Okay. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. Thanks for the opportunity to purify my consciousness talking about Krishna. So I'll start with my prayer. Vamshi Vibhishita Karana Navaniradabad Pitam Bharadharuna Bimba Paranarahasta Puranendu Sundaramukha Aravinda Netra Krishna Param Kimapi Tattvamaham na jane Kararavinde Napadaravindam Mukaravinde Viniveshayantam Vatasya Patra Sapute Shayanam Valam Mukundam Manasa Smarami. Read after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
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 Narayanam Namaskritya
Narayanam Namaskritya
Naram Chaiva Narottamam
Ram Chaiva Narottamam
Devim Saraswati Vyasam
Devim Saraswati Vyasam
Tato Jayam Hudirayat
Tato Jayam Udirayat
Nashtaprayeshu Abhadreshu
Nastaprayeshu Abhadreshu
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Nityam Bhagavata Sevaya
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke
Bhagavati Uttama Shloke
Bhaktiri Bhavati Nayistike
Bhaktiri Bhavati Naistaki
Ishvara Parama Krishna
Ishvara Parama Krishna
Sachidananda Vigraha
Sachidananda Vigraha
Nadiradir Govinda
Adiradir Govinda
Sarva Karana Karanam
Sarva Karana Karanam
Krishnaya Vasudevaya
Krishna Vasudevaya
Devaki Nandanaya Cha
Devaki Nandanaya
Nanda Gopa Kumaraya
Nandagopakumaraya
Govindaya Namo Namaha
Govindaya Namo Namah.
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna.
So let me share my screen. Sorry. Oh, Krishna. 1 second. I'm sorry. Oh, Krishna, 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 Krishna. Share screen. Okay. Can you see my screen, Mataji, Prabhuji?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Okay. Yeah. So, Srimad Prabhu told me to recite 927. Okay. So, we'll go to 927, and before 927, the 926 was a very, very beautiful. This chapter is like very beautiful shlokas in this. Most of the shlokas. The previous shloka is Patram Pushpam Palam Toyam Yome Bhakta Prayachati Tadaham Bhaktya Paritam Asmani Pratmanaha. Such a beautiful shloka. Supreme Lord Sri Krishna clearly telling, if one offers me with love and devotion a leaf, a flower, a fruit or water, I'll accept it. So such a great, when you meditate upon this, what does really Krishna needs from us? Krishna clearly giving, because this Bhagavad Gita is spoken by the Lord. Partaya Pratibodhita Bhagavata Narayanena Swayam. See, Lord Sri Krishna directly giving instruction to Arjuna. Actually, on behalf of Arjuna, we are all getting a message that if one offers me with love and devotion, right? So these two are for love and devotion. A leaf, flower, fruit, or even water, I'll accept it. Okay, so that is what, we think how to please the Lord, what arrangements I need to make, how rich I have to be to worship the Lord, how rich I have to be financially or etc. to satisfy the Supreme Lord. But Krishna clearly saying that you don't have to be filthy rich financially, this, that. No. What I am looking for is love and devotion. Love and devotion. Okay, those are two big topics actually, love and devotion. But Krishna putting in a simple way, love and devotion. So, and subsequently in this one 927, Krishna giving one more deeper message. Before he said, just give me Patram Pushpam Putra, I'm happy. And the next he's giving elaborately what one has to do, not just Patram Pushpam. Beyond Patram Pushpam also, what else we can do as a Gruhastha. This is very useful shloka. If somebody, when Gruha Pravesham we go, we usually take up this shloka. If somebody buy a new house, they want to do Gruha Pravesham, they invite friends, devotees, everyone. And this is the one I have seen senior Vaishnavas recite this shloka if they give class and Gruha Praveshams. Okay, so we'll recite the shloka, then we'll go. So recite after me. Yat karosi yadasnasi.
Yat
karosi
yadasnasi.
Yad juhosi dadasi yad.
Yajjuhosi dadasiyat.
Yat tapasyasi kaunteya.
Yat
Tapasyasi kaunteya.
Tat kuru svamadarpanam.
Tatpurushvamadarpanam.
Yat karosi yadasnasi.
Yat
Yatkaroshi yadasnasi.
Yad juhosi dadasi yad.
Yajjuhosi dadasiyat.
Yat tapasyasi kaunteya.
Yat
Tapasyasi kaunteya.
Tat kuru svamadarpanam.
Tatpurushvamadarpanam.
Anybody would like to recite the shloka? One or two people, so devotees on the call.
Yat karosi yat asnasi.
Yat
Karoshi
karosi yadasnasi.
Yat juhosi tadasiyat.
Yajuhosi dadasiyat.
Yat tapsasi kaunteya.
Yat tapasyasi kaunteya.
Tat kuruso vad arpanam.
Tat kuru svamadarpanam. One Mataji's please.
Yat karoshi yadasnasi.
Yat karosi yadasnasi.
Yajjuhosi dadasiyat.
Yajuhosi dadasiyat. Yat
Tapasyasi kaunteya.
tapasyasi kaunteya.
Tatpurushva madarpanam.
So because of time factor, let us stick to only. Okay, let's go to the translation. Translation by Divine Grace Prabhupada. Prabhupada ki jai. Repeat after me. Whatever you do,
Whatever you do,
whatever you eat,
whatever you eat,
whatever you offer or give away,
whatever you offer or give away,
and whatever austerities you perform,
and whatever austerities you perform,
do that, O son of Kunti,
do that, O son of Kunti,
as an offering to me.
as an offering to me.
So here, Krishna covers everything in our day-to-day activities, what we perform. He is telling just everything offered to me. That, especially this is very much valid for Grihastha life with wife, kids, etc. We always claim to be busy, this one, that one, but this perfectly fits in Grihastha ashrama life. So let's see what Prabhupada explaining the purport, then we elaborate. And I'll connect one or two Bhagavatam, Bhagavad Gita shlokas here, okay? So I would like to have one volunteer who can read the purport from the audience, please.
Thus, I can do it, Prabhuji.
Go ahead.
Thus, it is the duty of everyone to mold his life in such a way that he will not forget Krishna in any circumstance. Everyone has to work for maintenance of his body and soul together, and Krishna recommends herein that one should work for him. Everyone has to eat something to live. Therefore, he should accept the remnants of foodstuffs offered to Krishna. Any civilized man has to perform some ritualistic ceremonies. Therefore, Krishna recommends, do it for me, and this is called Archana. Everyone has a tendency to give something in charity. Krishna says, give it to me, and this means that all surplus money accumulated should be utilized in furthering the Krishna consciousness movement. Nowadays, people are very much inclined to the meditational process, which is not practical in this age. But if anyone practices meditating on Krishna 24 hours a day by chanting the Hare Krishna mantra around his beads, he is surely the greatest mediator and the greatest yogi, as substantiated by the 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita.
Gita, as substantiated with 6th chapter of Bhagavad Gita. In the 6th chapter, last shloka Prabhupada gives, who is a yogi, who is situated in 100% in Krishna consciousness, is the greatest yogi. You don't have to go to Himalayas, you don't have to go to a secluded place, etc. Within our family life also, we can become a dedicate everything to Krishna. So let's go line by line here. It is a duty of everyone mold his life in such a way that he will not forget Krishna in circumstances. So the Prabhupada first giving the summum bonum of whole Bhagavad Gita, that what is the Bhagavad Gita? The summum bonum of Bhagavad Gita says that always remember Krishna, never forget Krishna. That message is given in the first line. Such that you will not forget Krishna in any circumstances. And further, everyone has to work for the maintenance of his body and soul together. Yes, absolutely, we have to work in the material world. We have to deal with our, I was working until 10 minutes back. I cannot escape my work because I have to take care of my bills, necessities, family demands, etc. we have to take. But here Krishna is telling everyone has to work for me together, and Krishna recommends here that one should work for him. Then the challenge comes, what do you mean by work for Krishna? What do you work for myself? Okay. And in the Grihastha ashrama life, when we put Krishna in the center, okay, when I put Krishna in the center means that our activities are related to Krishna, starting morning Bhagavatam, chanting rounds, making prasadam, offering prasadam to Krishna. Then you go to job, and your job also becomes devotional service. It may not be a direct devotional service, a service that which helps to proceed in Krishna consciousness. So items which also help you sustain your Krishna consciousness also considered as a devotional service. Okay, so a job can also become devotional service. And a lot of devotees know, when I am working, I am not thinking about Krishna. That is fine. When you do your job, you do 100% perfect your job and get a best promotion in your job. But ultimate goal is to satisfy Krishna, whatever Lakshmi you get it. That's a purpose. So when the end result is Krishna consciousness and activity you perform is for Krishna, that becomes devotional service. And Krishna recommends here that one should work for him. That's the meaning of work for him. Okay, everyone has to eat something to live. Therefore, he should accept the remnants of foods offered to me, and that this is called Archana. Archana, right? Basically, deity worship. Everything has to eat prasadam. And I think 3rd chapter, I guess, Krishna clearly explains the food which is not offered to Krishna, and we are literally eating sin. Yagnashishta sinosanta muchante sarva kilbishai bhunjateta agam papam ye prachanti atma karanat. Krishna explains that bhunja agam papam means sin. If you don't offer prasadam and if you eat food remnants, okay, vegetarian food, okay, then you eat yourself. You are literally eating sin. Then the question comes, what is the problem? What is the meaning of sin? Sin means that you acquire karmic reactions. The whole world is, the basic existence of our body itself is because of karmic reactions. We all take in this world birth because of our previous activities, previous karmic activities. Okay, the cumulative effect of all our previous lives events together, what we body have this today. Okay, and that is why we need to make, again, if you go to karma philosophy, either good karma or bad karma, we try to avoid it. Why? Because even if you perform a charity of $1 million to somebody, you should come back again and take the birth to reap the positive benefits, pious grades for that one. And if you do negative, also you come back and face the problem. So in either case, any karma, that's why Prabhupada is in the 3rd chapter, karma, akarma, vikarma. Karma, akarma, vikarma, forbidden actions, four things, sinful actions we are not supposed to do. Okay. And akarma is basically which doesn't give reactions, and karma is basically which gives reactions. So here, this akarma means that when you are situated in Krishna consciousness, it means that when you involve Krishna in any activity you perform, it's like the consciousness has to be elevated. So that, for example, you are going somewhere else. Just remember Krishna. Take the name of Krishna. Okay, you don't have to be a rocket scientist to take the name of Krishna. Just Krishna Arpanamastu. Or one time Hare Krishna Muhammad. Okay, I'm doing this one first. Let me remember that. Every second we need to remember Krishna. That is what here Prabhupada explaining. Remember Krishna all the time means any action we perform, first take the name of Krishna. Anytime, any example, you are going out. Hare Krishna, I am going outside. Are you driving? Krishna, I am driving. And recently, I don't know, I was, going alone because, kids are grown up, nobody wants to come with us because, when kids were small, they want to be with, when they grow up, they don't be away from us. Oh, daddy, you're going to say this, that. Nobody likes, they want to live separate. They want to enjoy their independence. That's okay, that's fine, okay? And when I'm going, I'm thinking, why should I think alone myself? I have a Paramatma in my heart. And I started talking to next to my Sri Krishna. I'm asking, Krishna, are you okay? Are you good? So I am developing that type of consciousness in myself. Okay, Krishna is with me as a super soul. So when I'm reading this much Shastra, etc., why do I have to feel alone? Yes, Krishna is with me. Okay, in the next seat, in the passenger seat, Krishna is there. Krishna, are we going? So I started talking to myself like that. I don't know if it's the right thing or I have some problem. I'm not sure. Or you may take me to psychiatrist. I'm okay with that one. So I started doing that way. I am not alone. I have a Paramatma. Krishna is with me. Let me make him as a friend. Krishna is merciful. If you want him a friend, he become as a friend. If you want a son, he become as a son. Whatever relationship. I started developing that type of, as I'm getting older, when things get older, nobody listens to you. Become the least important in the house. Okay, wife also asks kids what you like. Before kids ask what husband likes. Now kids what you like. Husband, okay, I don't care whether you eat other kids like this one. So our importance is going down. That is fine with me. But I have to develop my own consciousness in such a way that, hey, Krishna is with me 24/7. I will talk to Krishna. So I'm just sharing out of my, my my ignorance. I don't know, I'm sharing with you this one. I'm slowly developing that because I have seen all wife, kids, everybody, as long as you do not impede in their sense enjoyment, everybody is fine. Once you go to impede sense enjoyment, everybody revolts. I thought, okay, put the full stop there. Just develop ourselves and take what comes with me when I leave this body. Okay, what comes with me when I leave this body. I don't want to leave here and go with empty hands to Krishna. I decided that. The intelligent person, okay, come, once kids are settled, we think, what is coming with me when I leave this body? That is what we have to focus as get older. Okay, you make this one, that one, you cannot keep anyone happy. As much as you do, material world, nobody will be happy. Okay, that's why Krishna is very happy. Why? He's saying the previous sloka, give me patram pushpam phalam toyam yome. He gave me on water with love and affection. I'm happy. And Supreme Lord himself is coming to such a great conclusion. Are we fools not to accept Krishna's message directly what Krishna is giving? Then I started, okay, let us change my mind now. Slowly, slowly, is Krishna with me? Wherever, even if I work, I don't think I'm alone. Krishna is with me. So that's I'm just giving here. That's what Prabhupada is saying. Together, Krishna recommends is that one should work for him. Okay, everyone has to eat something, live. Therefore, he should accept the remnants of foodstuff offered to Krishna, and that relieves us from the karmic reactions. Every action we perform in this material world has a reaction. Newton's third law, action is equal to minus reaction is there. Either good or bad. Any civilized man who has to perform some religious ritualistic ceremonies, Therefore, Krishna recommends, do it for me. The meaning of yajna. Any work we do called yajna. Yajna means Vishnu. So any work we perform, we consider the yajna. I am doing my job, that is a yajna. Yajna means glorifying the Supreme Lord. Yajna means Vishnu. Then, if you develop such a high-level consciousness, anything I am doing is yajna for Vishnu, your work becomes a devotional service. First of all, I start talking. So any action we do, that is a yajna. Any work we do yajna. If yajna is there, Vishnu. So think about Krishna. I am serving Krishna every action. Any civilized man who has to perform some religious ritualistic ceremonies, therefore Krishna recommends, do it for me. So when we do certain things in our life, we take the responsibility and ownership. Oh my gosh, I am going to do this. Am I going to fail in this venture or not? What I am going to do. And third chapter clearly explains karma siddhanta. Yajnata karma no itar lokoyam karma bandhana. Do everything for the sake of Krishna. Any action we take for Krishna. Okay, that way, then you are doing a devotional service to Krishna. Outcome, you don't care. What Krishna thinks, the outcome will come. We should accept. Everyone has a tendency to give something charity. Krishna says, give it to me. This question quite often comes in the morning Bhagavatam. Oh, when you do Krishna, I give donation to India, so-and-so organizations because people are suffering from corona. They're out of job. They don't have income. I said, you should give it. Okay, we should not do that. But when you give, when you're giving, remember Krishna gave that money. That becomes devotional service because other person may not have a knowledge, but you remember Krishna give, that becomes devotional service. So that's the meaning of charity. Of course, we have to give to temples, etc. But people who have no access to these things, they do a lot of charity work. But charity, ISKCON does a lot of food for life programs, etc. But we distribute prasadam compared to other people who give just ordinary meal. So that's the difference. Everything when offered to Krishna, that becomes Krishna prasadam, and that doesn't accumulate karmic reactions. The whole purpose is we are trying to get away from the binding back to the karmas. And this means that all surplus money accumulated should be utilized in furthering Krishna consciousness movement. So when you pray and give the donation to any person, they also get benefited because you're praying on your prayers, they get benefited. And there is a call Jnata Sukriti and Ajnata Sukriti. Okay, Ajnata Sukriti means, for example, we know I am going to do, for example, Ekadasi fasting, following Janmashtami fasting. That's called Jnata Sukriti. Means we acquire some prior credits whether you accept it or not. And Ajnata Sukriti is that what happens is because of you, because when you give the donation to some organization, some remembering Krishna, the people who are there also get some Sukriti because of your prayers, and they get some Ajnata Sukriti, and there may be chances they may become even devotees in the next lifetimes also, or this lifetime. So that's the beauty of putting Krishna, furthering Krishna consciousness means not only to our devotees, even when you give charity, remember Krishna and give that charity, there may be chances that they get some Ajnata Sukriti because of you as well. So these are the Krishna consciousness. One devotee comes to Krishna consciousness is not just by a fluke. It is a cumulative effect of so many lifetimes. What is that Krishna says? Bahunam janmanamante jnanavan mam prapachyate vasudevam sarvamiti samahatma sudurlabha. Taking many lifetimes after refining our consciousness back and forth. When you come to the level Vasudevam Sarvamiti, when a person comes to Krishna consciousness, it's not an ordinary soul. He might have done a lot of Ashwamedha yagas in the previous lifetime. Then only Krishna allows him to listen Bhagavad Gita and Bhagavatam to accept it. Otherwise, it's not easy. As you go and talk to so many people, how many people come to Krishna consciousness? How many people stick around it? So that is the pious traits they acquire each lifetime. That's why when we do any charity or when we do any, we need to remember Krishna and give that charity. They get some Ajnata Sukriti. So we're helping those people as well. Okay. Nowadays, people are very much inclined to meditational practices, which is not practical in this age. But if anyone practicing meditating Krishna 24 hours a day by chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra on his beats is surely the greatest meditator. So sometimes you ask, I don't have a month. How do I do beats? How do I do 24 hours? It's not, Prabhupada is giving example here, but it's not necessary that you have any, for example, Mataji, you are in the kitchen, you are cooking. While cutting, sing Hare Krishna, remember Krishna, or what Krishna likes. Okay, so this is a way you have to put everything in perspective to Krishna. Yat karo siddhi, whatever you do, everything do as a sacrifice. We look at that, O son of Kunti, as an offering to me. Offering any work you do. For example, you send a college to kids to college. Krishna, I'm sending these kids on behalf of you. Please bless them. So everything has to be done as per the Krishna's message here. Everything offered to him. Everything should be offered to him. Then there is no question of, we talk about material or spiritual life. There is no question of material spiritual for the devotees. So in the case of devotees, there is nothing like material life. Everything is spiritual life. We don't know what material life is. When you put everywhere Krishna, your life becomes successful. That means the Rupa Goswami explains in Bhakta Sindhu the two immediate benefits of Krishna consciousness is what is that? Sundaranda Visheshatma. First one is Kleshagni, Shubhada and Kleshagni. Two, Shubhada means when you take up Krishna, all Shubhada, all auspiciousness in your life. There's nothing to be worried, right? Because Krishna is absolute. Absolute means there is no negativity. That's the meaning of absolute. And then Shubhada and Kleshagni. Kleshagni means all the kleshas. You when Krishna in the center, you give all kleshas to Krishna, you will feel happy. Krishna is your problem, it's not my problem. So these two are immediate benefits of the taking up devotional service to Krishna. Okay, so that's this message. What I would do, I just wanted to also show this shloka in the 3rd chapter, 4th shloka. Are you able to see this 3.4? 3.9. Are you able to see it?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Here, repeat after me. Yagnata karmano yatra.
Yagnata karmano nayatra.
Lokoyam karma bandhanaha.
Lokoyam karma bandhanam.
Dartam karma kaunteya.
Tadartham karma kaunteya.
Mukta sangha samachara.
Mukta sangha samachara.
Translation by Prabhupada. Prabhupada ki jai. Repeat after me. Work done as a sacrifice for Vishnu has to be performed.
Work done as a
sacrifice for Vishnu has to be performed.
Otherwise, work causes bondage in this material world.
Otherwise
work causes bondage in this material world.
Therefore, son of Kunti,
son of Kunti,
perform your prescribed duties for his satisfaction.
Perform your prescribed duties for
For
satisfaction.
satisfaction.
And in that way, you will always remain free from bondage.
And in that
And that way you will always remain free from bondage.
Look at that. In third chapter, Krishna clearly explaining work done as activities for Vishnu has to be performed. It means that the shloka what we read in the 9th chapter is basically saying that everything what we do has to be performed for the sake of. Otherwise, work causes bondage in this material world. Bandhan. And same bandhan, whether, we basically what's happening is binds us back to come back again to this material world. Maybe, if the work you are doing, pious work, if you reap the benefits in this lifetime, it's okay. But the problem is you don't know when the fruits of your actions would come. They may come this lifetime, may they come in the next lifetime, based upon their maturity level. We call maturity level. When they matured, the fruits come. But if the fruits are matured in the next lifetime, then you have to come back in this world again to reap the benefits of that matured fruits. But the whole purpose is we don't want to come back. Right? Even if you come back, we want to be in the devotional services of Supreme Lord. So that's why this bondage has to be relieved. Therefore, son of Kunti performing prescribed duties for his satisfaction, for Krishna's satisfaction. Again, I would like to put here, most of the time we grihasthas, we do first our satisfaction, then we offer to Krishna, because we don't do everything for Krishna's satisfaction, right? That's why there is a, karma mishram bhakti, jnana mishram bhakti we follow. We don't have few devotion service. That is fine. That is fine. But whatever we are doing, we offer to Krishna. Usually, when you go to pure devotional service, starting from chapter 9 to 18, there's a pure devotional service where we should do what Krishna likes. But as a grihasthas, we have so many other desires. That's why we are in Karma Vishnu Bhakti, Jnana Vishnu Bhakti, 7th and 8th chapter explains. So in that case, we should do, but we offer results to Krishna. That's what Karma Siddhanta. That's what is called Bhagavat Arpita Nishkama Karma Yoga. Bhagavat Arpita Nishkama Karma Yoga. That we have to offer everything to Krishna. And in that way, you'll always remain free from bondage. Means what? Free from the reactions of the work. That's what we do, as much as everything in Krishna consciousness. That's why bhakti is a dedication to Krishna, not a renunciation. And what happens is, if you go to this shloka in the 3.4, Krishna beautifully says, if I read that translation here, he's saying that some people think, oh, if I do this work, I am bound by this karma, that karma. Is Krishna explaining here, not by merely abstaining from work and one achieves freedom from reaction. Look at that. Okay, because now if I do this work, I get this reaction. If I do, so everything has a reaction. In that case, even when you are breathing in, breathing out also has a reaction. Why we are inhaling and exhaling microbes? We are killing microbes also. In that case, we cannot even survive. That's why, look at that, abstaining from work is not a solution. Not by renunciation alone, one can attain. That's not a perfection. Perfection is everything giving to Krishna is the perfection. Do everything, but put Krishna in the center. Ignata karmano etra lokoyam karma. Tadartha kanta kaunteya mukta sangha samachara. Liberated from the association, do it perfectly for the satisfaction of the Krishna. So, and in the same way, this question comes to Mother Devahuti. Mother Devahuti is also having same question. When Kardama Muni left Mother Devahuti with their son Kapila, and Mother Devahuti was not able to bear the separation from husband, and she was feeling alone. Then she asked Kapila Muni, "What is the reason for my suffering?" Then he says, bandhana, attachment in this world. And in that way, Kapila Muni explains to Mother Devahuti, actually I recommend everyone to read 3rd chapter, 3rd canto, 25th chapter, Glories of Devotional Service by Kapila Deva. So beautifully, each and every shloka is so important in the 3rd canto, 25th chapter. I'll just take this shloka, what we did today in our Bhagavatam class morning. Just I wanted to highlight how we can connect karma bandhana, how everything should be for the sake of Krishna, and what could be the ultimate results of Krishna. Here Krishna explains the terrible fear of birth and death can never be forsaken by anyone who resorts to any shelter other than myself. Look at that. The terrible pair of birth and death never be forsaken by anyone who resorts to shelter other than myself. Myself means Kapila, is the Supreme Lord. For I am Almighty Lord, the Supreme Personality of Godhead, the original source of all creation. When we prayed invocation prayers, Sarva Karana Karanam, Ishvara Parama Krishna, Satchidananda Vigraha. See, when we say Satchidananda Vigraha, Brahma is telling that Krishna, you are not impersonal. That's the beauty of it. We are not impersonal. Ishvara Parama Krishna, Satchidananda Vigraha is a shape form like you and me. And Sarva Karana Karanam, the source, the original source of creation, is a maintainer. I remember Ramathananda Prabhu used to sing that song, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava, Krishna Keshava Pahi Mam, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava, Rama Raghava Rakshama. We used to sing that song probably, I remember a lot. So this is how Krishna and Rama is the maintainers of this creation, and also the supreme soul of all souls. Krishna present in everybody's heart as a Paramatma. There is a witness. He is witness to all your actions. So in there, I just want to read one which attracted me in this one is, so here Prabhupada said, I'll tell you just here. It's also confirmed in Bhagavad Gita that Lord is equal to everyone. No one is enemy and no one is friend. But that one who surrenders unto him is especially inclined. Means he loves his devotees. By the grace of the Lord, simply by surrendering unto him, one can get out of this cycle of birth and death. Otherwise, one may go on in many, many lives and many, many times attempt other paths for liberation. That's what the Prabhupada concludes here. Because we look for liberation. What is the definition of the liberation in the second canto? Lord Brahma beautifully explains. The liberation means when a living entity situated in its constitutional position, that is called liberation. A living entity situated in the constitutional position. What is the constitutional position of the living entity? Jivere Swarupai Krishna. That is the basic duty of the human beings. Because human beings are meant for self-realization. Our duty is to become Krishna conscious. That is our basic. But what we give up our basic duty, we do all other duties in the world, except what we are meant for. That's called Krupana. A Krupana means a body which is meant for is not utilized. Okay, a dog dies and a human being dies. What's the difference? Nothing. A man dies without knowing who he is, and dog dies who knows it is. But a Krupana person who doesn't utilize his body, which is meant for self-realization, is called Krupana. He lives like a dog. He dies like a dog. So if that is the case, then what would be the purpose of this human form of life? So Jivere Swarupe. So what we do, we give up our basic duty of Krishna, then we do all other duties in the world. And that's the reason why we are not happy. Why? Because we are forgetting our basic function of Jivere Swarupai Krishna Nityadas. And when you do that basic duty, all other duties make sense. You can connect all other duties to your basic duty as well. As Krishna said beautifully here, 927, everything you do for doing me as an offering. Whatever you do, whatever you eat, whatever you offer. We do all these things every day, eating, sleeping, mating, defending, everything we do. But when you do that in Krishna consciousness, that becomes the devotional service. Right? There is no rocket science here to understand. Very simple concept. Radhana Swami beautifully explains. Krishna consciousness can be practiced by a very simple, uneducated housewife. She can do better and she can go back to God. Problem is with the highly educated, intelligent people is the problem. Krishna consciousness is so simple to do it, but we complicate. Why? Because we think we are smart. We think we are very smart. We outthrow everyone because of our smartness. There the problem comes. Okay, so that's what recommending here, folks, devotees. So let me see what time it is now. So those are the messages I have. So honestly speaking, I did not even spend 10 minutes to prepare because Srinivas Prabhu said I said I will give without. I'm extremely sorry for not presenting a lot of material. Just I will stop here and I will take the reflections that I would like to hear from the senior Vaishnavas, some of the comments, please. Floor is open to everyone.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare
Thank
Krishna, Mataji.
Thank you so much for wonderful class. Yeah, Prabhuji, always if we think about Krishna since morning to night, like always we hear in ISKCON, in all lectures, keep Krishna in the center. So when I used to go to Purnachandra Prabhuji's Bhakti Viksha, when I heard that sentence, and then I was thinking, okay, while cleaning also, okay, Krishna is coming to our home. So we had to clean house, cooking. Anyways, we make bhoga for cooking. So always we remember. So by practicing, now 7-8 years, like after practicing, it comes, Prabhuji, when we just think about Krishna, always like he's watching us, then we can do the thing very nicely. So that is my, yeah.
Nicely said, Mataji. I remember Ambrish Maharaj, Savai Mana Krishna Padara Vindayor, Vacham Shivai Kunta Gunana Varnani, Karau Harir Manjana Marjanadisho. Every part of our body can be used for the service of Krishna.
Yeah.
Absolutely. So beautiful. Thank you so much for sharing that.
Thank you so much, Prabhuji. I am in Lal Govind Prabhuji's Katha also. After some time, I have my Kirtan. So I will be mute, Prabhuji.
I attended some yesterday. Yeah, I will attend today.
Yeah, it's very nice topic.
Nice,
Yamuna
no?
Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna, Amritananda Prabhuji.
Go ahead, Mataji.
No. Go ahead, Prabhuji. It's okay.
I really liked your talking to Krishna in the car because that's something even I do. So you hit the nail on the head, Prabhu. And at times I drive, I chant aloud. And then I used to think, when you stop at a traffic light, people in the adjoining cars, will they think you've gone crazy? But then I said that I'm never going to, who cares? So that's the best journey rather than listening to some news, which is bad news, or listening to music or whatever it is.
Right.
So these conversations with Krishna and chanting. I mean, it's not japa. I don't do japa in the car.
No, me too.
Just chanting aloud.
Me too. Same thing.
Chant. And so yes, I'm not alone. You're not alone.
Yes, you're not alone too, Prabhuji.
So nice, Prabhuji. Thank you.
Yes.
So we are thinking alike, means we are in the same boat. That's nice. I'm not crazy, so that's good.
Many instances, lots of instances, talking to Krishna.
I do that too, Prabhuji.
Yeah, see how many more now.
Okay, so we are all.
When I'm going to work, I say, okay, because there's nobody else in the house. I say, okay, so Krishna, see you later. See you in a little bit.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of our deity worship. So beautiful, no?
Yeah. And and the other thing, Prabhuji, is that when people say we are bored, I'm like, bored.
No.
Like, what does that word mean? I don't know about that word in Krishna consciousness. There's so much to do.
Absolutely.
Or if they say there's nothing to do, I'm like, bored. I said, this word is not in my dictionary, bored.
Absolutely, all Prabhupada's mercy. I don't know what, how many Ashwamedha yagas we have done to come to Prabhupada umbrella. I'm telling you honestly. To get such a blessing.
Thank you, Prabhuji, for a wonderful class. Wonderful
so much,
class. Amritandan Prabhu, do you have a question or can I go ahead?
No, please go ahead.
So Prabhuji, I actually was meaning to ask this question, like I said, no matter what the topic is, I was thinking about Agyat Sukriti, the entire, and I had this question and you brought it up. So I, like the kids, like here, or personally speaking, my Prabhuji, sometimes, I feel like because he's not totally into Krishna consciousness, he is religious, but he's not. So, but, like he's working for the mortgage of the house, or like he's helping get groceries or whatever, which, like I'm using, he might not be getting it. Like when I get it, I feel like, well, I'm getting it for Krishna, but he might not be in that mode when he's getting it. Or when he's cooking food, like something without onion and garlic, the little sacrifices, that he is making just so that maybe I can have another prashadam too. Or like if the kids, are doing something unknowingly for Krishna. So this is also like agyat sukriti, means are they earning like bhakti points, like or like pious credits? What will this help them in the future, like lifetime? I just wanted to understand that, because they're doing it unknowingly and indirectly.
So let me understand your question. So talking about Prabhuji is not fully into Krishna consciousness, and he pays mortgage, etc., etc. Am I correct?
Yes, Prabhuji. Or just say means, like little the compromises, like this, since he's not into it and I am into it, so he doesn't eat onion and garlic because, like I don't allow it in the house. So it's an indirect sacrifice on his part, right?
Oh,
so
definitely.
So yeah. that kind of, he's going for groceries,
Okay.
He's picking up something. He doesn't have really Krishna in his mind, but I'm using that for bhoga. Things like little things like that.
Got it. First of all, tell me that easy against Krishna consciousness.
What did you ask?
Easy against to you chanting.
No, nothing at all. Nothing.
That's a first symbol. He's though he may not be devotee, but he's favorable to Krishna consciousness. That's the first positive sign. You should appreciate, Mataji, that point.
Yes, I do appreciate it, Prabhuji. But it was initially there was something like, but yeah.
Okay, that's the first point. That itself is a positive. See, the problem is we expect too much from people. That's the biggest problem we have. When we start chanting, we expect everyone to chant like we did it. Okay, every soul has its own journey. Every soul has its own
you're
journey.
So right about that. Sometimes that's what I hear.
So
like you're expecting too much.
Yes, we need to reduce our expectations first. We try to be purify ourselves as much as we can. Our purity will influence them to become a devotee. That's the first thing. And he's not against Krishna consciousness. That itself is a great symbol for him. We don't know, he may become this lifetime, next lifetime. And also he's eating Krishna prasadam, right, Mataji?
Every day.
You're giving the highest dose, highest medicine you are giving to him, Mataji. Because Krishna prasadam is not ordinary. So
it's not, yes.
Yeah. So, and it's not our judgment when he will become devotee. For sure, he will become devotee, Mataji. I know I don't have the time limit. I'm not the
this is what Prabhuji. Yes. This is what earlier I used to not understand this, but now I feel like not with Krishna's mercy, the seed like has been sown of Krishna consciousness. I was talking to my mom also the other day. I said, you know what? I feel very hopeful now that the seed has been sown, because I can see a lot of transformation, but it is slow, but it is there. And that has given me a lot of hope, like that this is nothing, this is not a waste at all.
Yes,
so that
absolutely. And also we need to think that, okay, what you're doing perfect, keep doing, no disturbance the house, slowly he will take up, his purity comes. We are not Krishnas, we don't want to control. You maintain your purity will affect him, okay? And also, I just want to tell about relationships also, okay, again, it's not to offend anybody or anything. Hey, this lifetime, she's my wife, they are my kids, etc., etc. Okay, just body relationships. But next lifetime, before I was cat, I had a cat wife, cat kids. Before I was a dog wife, dog kids. The relationships are very temporary. As long as in this 60, 70 years of life together, maintain positivity, influence as much as you can, and be Krishna conscious. See, first of all, we have to purify ourselves as much as we can. Purity itself, Prabhupada said, purity is the force. Okay, that affects him. And don't worry too much about him. Okay, he's not chanting this one. Don't expect too much. Even if he doesn't chant, that's okay. You're giving the greatest formula prasadam that will take care of him. And I am 100% sure. Again, no, I am not a acharya or anything similar, but that's more than enough. But if time comes, as time passes by, he may, Krishna may present in him, he will change and things may happen. Sometimes, Mataji, I have seen, some devotees, they are very light, but suddenly Krishna comes in their head, they become so serious. We never know the time bomb when that kicks in. Don't underestimate anyone. But as long as he's not hampering your devotion service, he's in prasadam, let life go like that for some time. Don't rush
Yes,
up.
no, Prabhuji, I've been married for over 25 years now. So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. We had our obstacles, which with Krishna's mercy, like that touch wood, like everything is.
Absolutely.
See,
if you compare 25 years, next 10, 15 years, you'll be much better than this one. So have that.
No, these have been wonderful too, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Thank you. With Krishna's mercy, everything is okay.
Yeah.
So this is basically, Prabhuji, this is basically Agyat Sukriti, right?
He is getting both Ajnata and Jnata, both is getting.
Okay.
Yeah.
And the same with the, how about the kids? Like, the kids also like when they are like, my son is in college right now and he has no choice, he's eating food with onion and garlic and all that because he's not, like here. So what happens with that?
Mataji, onion garlic, see, if they don't eat non-veg, you have to shade that.
No,
okay.
nothing,
Onion garlic, Mataji, onion garlic, when they go to college, their kids, okay. Don't make a big,
I'm not
don't make a
that's
big
why,
deal about
Prabhuji,
it.
that's why I'm checking with you, because I'm not,
No,
because they have
that's
no
fine.
choice, so
That's
I'm
fine.
not. That's why I'm checking, am I doing the right thing or no? Because
that's okay,
he has no
Mataji.
choice.
That's okay, Mataji. We don't see kids, when we came to Krishna consciousness, we have 30s, 40s. Since their childhood, they know that they should not eat, but they have no choice. They have to survive. Education is important. Okay, they're doing Krishna service as well. Okay, don't too much boggle about this onion garlic thing, Mataji. Yes, when they come out of college, they come home again. They maintain that one. But as long as the college, we have certain, it's again cooking themselves is a lot of time. Their basic purpose is to study. Onion garlic, and that's what my thought process is. That's okay. It's not a crime to eat onion garlic. Only thing is, onion garlic is a passion, creation of passion, etc. More something. But then the college, let them enjoy some. It's called controlled sense enjoyment, Mataji. Let kids enjoy that part. Controlled sense enjoyment should be there. Yeah, later they become. I'm sure all our kids become better devotees than us. I have that confidence.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you so much. Haribol.
Anybody else has any questions? Or sorry, not questions. Anybody wants to add any points here? Amritan, we are saying something. Sorry.
Prabhuji, it was just this on what Mataji had said is, I remember one pastime of Prabhupada when he was new in New York and they started 26 Second Avenue. And there used to be just a few young devotees. Prabhupada used to do his program, and there used to be a homeless man who was fully drunk and under the influence of drugs or something. And you know how homeless people are, they're dirty and shabby. And one day Prabhupada was giving class, and this man just walks into the 26 Second Avenue. You've seen it's a small room. And on where Prabhupada used to sit, next to that on the right-hand side is the restroom. So all he did is, he came with one toilet roll.
Yeah, I remember, right.
You know that, right? So he took a toilet roll and he went, and now the Vedic culture doesn't use toilet roll. Prabhupada had no use of it. So he came and offered it to Prabhupada. And Prabhupada says, okay, the toilet. He went and he left the class. He didn't sit, he didn't do anything. Now, two things in this is, one is Prabhupada appreciated his gesture.
Absolutely.
Even though Prabhupada doesn't need it at all.
Right.
And looking at his condition of being a, dirty, shabby, and under the influence of substances and this like that. Prabhupada told him, thank you very much.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
that was the first thing. And now look at that other person's good fortune. Other person's good fortune, they say, even when you look at a devotee, a pure devotee, just looking, that starts your journey back to Godhead, either in this life or next lifetime.
Absolutely.
So yes, there are in our family, we have, not that we are like Prabhupada, we can never, we
Yeah,
are, that
absolutely.
purity is not there. But then at the same time, when our relations eat prasad, when they even associate with you, even small little thing, because what you're doing is you're trying to do, become Krishna conscious, and in some way or the other, they are helping it. So definitely, either this lifetime, that lifetime, it doesn't matter when.
Absolutely.
But the journey has started. Journey has started.
Yes,
Thank you.
Prabhuji, that's what thank you so much for sharing. Yeah, that's what I believe in, and like it's made me so hopeful. Thank you.
Anybody else on the call want to say any points? Well, we are 19 devotees on the call. Somebody wants to say? Ajay Prabhu, Puneet.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. Very, very nice, Prabhuji. Very nice. It felt very nice listening, like remembering Krishna always. And even while working, remembering Krishna, that thing I need to remind myself every time because I forget. Yeah, Prabhuji. That's very nice class today. Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, very good.
Very
Thank
well.
you for the Bhakta Prabhuji.
Thank you.
So nice class, wonderful. Also, Nityananda Trayodashi is coming, and Advaita Acharya's appearance day on February 7th. And that's the day we are going to start the temple program. We are going to resume our program in the temple. And also February 13th or 14th is the Nityananda Trayodashi 14th. And also we are planning some Kirtan on 13th. So everybody please, everybody is ready for Nagara Sankirtan.
Yes.
Yat
Yes,
Karur-
Prabhuji.
Yeah, wonderful. That's what it is you need to hear.
Haribol Prabhuji. I will join from online.
Oh, wow. I know that your heart is here. That's true. Thank you so much. Okay, so we have a book distribution call tonight. So Puneet will send a meeting invite. So I would humbly request everybody please stay. So let's discuss about the real practical application of bhakti. We are hearing theories, but we need to have full marks on practical application. It's easy to get, I think you remember, right? Goes to the chemistry lab. Theory is so difficult, but practically is so easy. You get full marks on labs. So like that, if you get the full marks, so we have to apply it in our life as practical application of bhakti. So thank you, and thank you, Govardhan Bhakta Prabhu, for a wonderful class.